Let's hear Donald Trump's argument that none of this stuff could be true in this dossier because, of course, I don't like germs.
I tell this to people all the time. I was in Russia years ago with the Miss Universe contest, which did very well. Moscow, the Moscow area, did very, very well. And I told many people, be careful, because you don't want to see yourself on television. Cameras all over the place. And again, not just Russia, all over. Does anyone really believe that story? I'm also very much of a germaphobe, by the way. Believe me.
That's him. That's Donald Trump arguing that he wouldn't have gotten a golden shower because he's a germaphobe. Now, I thought that urine was sterile, but somebody on Twitter told me that that's not the case. That is a myth.
What I love, though, is I love that when would you ever have thought that the conversation is urine sterile or not would be relevant for the content of the show?
Of his alibi. Well, I mean, I think it was inevitable. We're going to get a lot more of this with Donald Trump.
White urine is clean,
here's
Mr.
my
President.
theory about this. I mean, here's a theory I have about this. There's this 34-page dossier. Like I say, that to me sounds like fan fiction. I mean, you read some of this stuff, and it's literally like what you and I would write up if we wanted to write up a fake one. I mean, it's almost word for word, right?
It is actually literally word for word what we have written up. Hopefully the systems don't get hacked here by the Russians. But
there's a 2-page dossier that was given to the president and to the incoming president. And the intelligence agencies, now the 34-page thing's not written by the intelligence agencies. That's written by some dude who's a former spy. Okay? And that's, if you even believe that story. But what was given to the president, the sitting president, and the incoming president was obviously real. And we don't know what's in that. We do know that this 34-page thing got leaked. Now, it was already passed around to a lot of news organizations, so there probably was no leak. I mean, it was probably given by the Oppo research people. A lot of these news organizations have been sitting on it for a long time. Don't understand exactly why the timing was today or yesterday we found out about this. But here's what I suspect could be going on. Obviously, Donald Trump is at war with the intelligence community, the deep state. And I got to think that he was like, this is all bull. I don't care about it. You can't touch me. I'm the president. And they said, well, look, we're going to send a warning shot across your bow. We're going to put out this thing. We don't even think this is the most damaging thing we got on you. I mean, when they hand a dossier to the president and to the president-elect, Torrell, what they're showing him is obviously worse than what is in this 34-page dossier. And I suspect it has to do with business dealings. I suspect it has to do with connections between the Trump campaign people and other organizations and other countries. But I have a feeling we may end up finding out one way or another. Not sure. What does this say? Okay, so this says, there were other aspects to Trump's engagement with the Russian authorities. One of them was to exploit Trump's personal perversions. According to Source D, now again, this is from that 34-page unverified report, so it's basically fan fiction, but Matt.
Say, baby, put down that pipe and get my pipe up.
I want to remind you, that is Bill O'Reilly reading from his fan fiction, and we will get to the real complaint against his sexual harassment in a moment.
Sometimes life and art are hard to distinguish, Sam. It is a creative process.
Just to do
Trump's
Okay, go ahead.
conduct in Moscow included hiring the presidential suite of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, where he knew President and Ms. Obama, whom he hated, had stayed on one of their official trips to Russia, and defiling the bed where they had slept by employing a number of prostitutes to perform a golden showers show in front of him. Okay, so the germaphobe, that defense is out.
I was going to say that the report doesn't say that he was on the bed.
All right.
Joey
And
Nelson.
it seems like I was also going to say like
Now
the
hold on.
prostitutes
Keep
were
that
like
up for a
just
second.
there
Keep that up for a second.
already. Like they were just. It was like, here, Mr. Trump, here's your prostitutes, and he was like, let's go pee on a bed. Like he didn't like call them.
And what's also weird about this is like, does Trump really think that like peeing on a bed after someone has slept into it? What is that? What is that supposed to do? I'm not sure what that does. It's like a voodoo.
Well, look, it was Joey No Socks' fucking idea. It was a great fucking idea. And what he said is, look, these arrogant moolies stayed at the Ritz. And here's what you do. You go to the bed and you get a bunch of girls. You say, hey, Nadia, have you drunk up your juice? And when they are ready, you go to the bed and you say, and you got the girls sit there and they can barely speak English, but you make them say, here you go, you fucking moolie. You like the fucking bed? Joey No Socks' idea. It was a great fucking idea. He did it. It was fantastic. We all enjoyed it. And you know what? The Russians came in and they said that the video cameras were actually not playing or recording when we did it. Donald said, thank you. I trust the Russians 100%. Putin's my stablemate. And there you go. Bada bing, bada fucking boom. Joey No Socks, another win.
Now, here's the weird part about it. The hotel was known to be under FSB control. That's it's like their version of the FBI, but a little bit more spying, as opposed to military intelligence. Keep that up, though. Keep that up. With microphones and concealed cameras in the main rooms to record anything they wanted to. Now, it's a little hard for me to believe that when the president stayed there, they didn't check all that out. But maybe they put it in after the president leaves. They take it out when he's there because they got to know.
They wouldn't spy on us. They got to think about who they want to be.
That's right.
Obama's
Now
just
that-
so friendly.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that. I think they have some gentlemen's agreements here.
I think now that they've got control of their own country, they know they got to be responsible.
They're not going to spy on us.
Fever's broken.
Yeah, the fever's broken.
Fever's broken.
Fever's broken. They're not going to spy on us
They're
again.
not spying us.
Don't you want to pee on President Obama beard, Mr.
right.
Trump?
Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Over. Subscribe.